Good evening and welcome to the Urban Debate. I'm Pratibha. Thank you for joining us this evening. And viewers, today we talk about a story that the entire country is thinking about. It's been 19 days since the activist Sonam Wangchuk began his indefinite hunger strike at Jantar Mantar. He has since lost over 9 kgs and he has said that there should be action in the NEET medical examination case. Now, he has been very clear that there should be resignation of the education minister. His hunger strike continues and the doctors have warned that he has entered a critical stage of prolonged fast and it could begin affecting his organs. In fact, a PIL was also filed in the Delhi High Court asking the central and state governments to urgently speak to Sonam Wangchuk, going on to say that it is becoming very difficult for him, going on to say that he's in a very critical stage and the government must engage with him and listen to what his demands actually are.
19th day of his indefinite fast and total weight loss is more than 9 kg on the 19th day.
And blood pressure and sugar?
Blood pressure in both position is around 101/65. That is the blood pressure going on for last.
But sir, you also stated that you'll monitor for 24 more hours and after that the parameters could also impact his organs. How serious is that?
Actually, two parameters are definitely on the normal side. One was the presence of ketone bodies in the urine. That was 3+. That was due to the fat in the energy was given by the fat when the glucose intake is not there. The other parameter is high uric acid.
As a doctor, do you suggest him to end his strike given the fact that his health is keeping low? People are concerned about this and something might happen. And as a doctor, would you consult him?
Yes, that is on the merit of what the ethics we have. हमने जो पढ़ा है उसकी हिसाब से तो मैंने बोला कि as for the recommendation of doctor, he should end his fast.
Meanwhile, Sonam Wangchuk has broken his silence with a message from the protest site. While acknowledging concerns over his health, Wangchuk also said that he is not in good shape, but not so bad either. He also appealed to supporters not to ask him to end his fast and instead, he has called on people to join this peaceful march to the parliament.
मेरी हालत कुछ ऐसी भी नहीं है कि मैं 2-4 दिन में मर जाऊं। बहुत सारे मेडिकल टेस्ट होते रहे हैं, रिजल्ट्स काफ़ी नॉर्मल है 18 दिन के अनशन के लिए। आज ईसीजी भी हुआ, बुरा नहीं है, तो इसलिए मैं अभी कई दिन चल सकता हूँ। हाँ, कमज़ोरी है, मेरे मसल्स ख़त्म हो रहे हैं, मगर मेरा दिल और कोर अभी भी ठीक चल रहा है। तो इसलिए सिर्फ अनशन तोड़ने को कहने के बजाय मैं आप लोगों से विनती करूंगा कि आप भी एक छोटा कदम उठाएं। 20 जुलाई को इतनी बड़ी संख्या में आएं कि एक संदेश सरकार को जाए।
Now, the Delhi High Court has asked the centre and the government, both led by the BJP, to regularly monitor the deteriorating health of Sonam Wangchuk. Hearing a PIL over fasting, the activist's dwindling health as well, the High Court has also noted that life is precious and asked both the governments to provide, if needed, even medical aid to him. Speaking to Times Now, the CJP founder Abhijit Dipke also said that the centre has not initiated any dialogue or even reached out to the protesters so far. According to him, the movement will continue until there is a concrete response to their demands, with the protesters maintaining that they are still awaiting the government's first step towards the talks.
It's really sad that the entire country is concerned about Sonam Wangchuk's health, but the government does not care at all. It's really sad, it's really unfortunate. Today it's day 19 and despite of that, no initiative has been taken by the government to have a dialogue or to intervene and to ask Sonam Wangchuk how we can resolve this. I don't know why the government has turned so insensitive and cruel. Yes, I have been requesting him and at the end of the day it's his call. I cannot force him because he is of my father's age. And whenever I have tried to request him, he has scolded me, he has said, how many times should I tell you that don't you worry about me, just focus on the 20th July march, that is more important. And I will continue till then. That's what he has said.
And have you been getting support from the opposition parties regarding 20th of March? Will they be coming over here?
Yeah, many of the opposition parties' representatives will be here on 20th July.
Now, several political leaders across party lines have voiced support for Wangchuk over the days and have also asked the government to initiate a dialogue with the activist. They've also called for Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation. Listen in.
He's also
Congress
saying the same
party
thing.
has been demanding the resignation of Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan for over a month and a half.
But will
for
you go there?
almost 2 months. We are the party that we have been demanding his resignation. We have been demanding accountability from the government for the successive failures of examinations, for the way the CBSE examination has been compromised, for the way the education system has been managed. So we have been demanding the resignation of Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan for as long as I can remember.
एक बड़े राजनेता के रूप में उभर रहे हैं, समाज सेवक के रूप में उभर रहे हैं, जो लगातार मेरे ख्याल से 19वां दिन है उनको भूख हड़ताल पे बैठे हुए। लेकिन दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण ये है कि मौजूदा सरकार जो दिल्ली में बैठी है, डबल इंजन की सरकार, उसका कोई नुमाइंदा उनसे मिलने तक नहीं गया और उनकी बात भी सुनने नहीं गया। इसको कहते हैं कि कठोर शासक, इसको कहते हैं हिटलरशाही, इसको कहते हैं तानाशाही। मुझे याद है अन्ना हजारे जब इसी जंतर मंतर पे बैठे थे, रामलीला मैदान पे, माफ़ करना, और तब पूरी सरकार की सरकार चली गई थी उनसे मिलने, जो यूपीए की सरकार थी। और आज की डेट में ये स्थिति है। जनता को इस पे सोचना चाहिए कि उन्होंने किन को चुना है।
Now let's talk about what this protest actually means. Is the government now in a position where it should start engaging with the activists and the protesters? There are many questions. Let's open this up, and rather than a debate, it's a conversation on what should happen next. What is the right thing to do? Advocate Susiben Shah, a spokesperson, joining us on the broadcast. We have Raman Malik, political analyst, Shoaib Chaudhary, TV and film producer, and Manaswi Thapar, lawyer and political activist. We also have with us Chirag Sethi, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. Thank you so much for joining us. There are a few questions. Does resignation ensure accountability, or does it disrupt the entire process? Should a minister even resign when there are bureaucratic errors, when changes are being made? Another question is on whether hunger strike is a valid way to protest, or does it enforce these decisions? There are many questions that continue, but what should happen next? That's the question. And I want to begin with Shoaib Chaudhary on, how it's been about 19 days now. Is it time for the government to now initiate a conversation with Sonam Wangchuk?
See, in the last many years, ever since we've been seeing politics in our education days, we have seen the failures of successive governments in many, many departments. But all the time, each time there was a department or a person or a minister responsible for a failure, he ended up resigning. But this is because there's certain responsibility which need to be set. This is the first time, this is the first government which is completely unaccountable for whatever failures that happens. We've been seeing multiple paper leaks. The future of children are at stake. 20 kids have died, or maybe more. There have been 10 leaks every year for the past 7 years. That is on record. But the government is not taking up any responsibility for it. And it's not only in the education center. It's across departments, across ministerial positions. The similar thing is happening. So how long will we continue to sit quietly? As for Mr. Sonam Wangchuk, I just hope that he stays healthy for next couple of days, and maybe he ends up his fast, because I'm sure the government is not looking at him at all.
Okay.
Right now, just a second. Right now, I am of the firm opinion that this man is fighting a lone battle for 140 crore cowards, and I top the list of those cowards.
Okay.
Because I should not have been sitting on the list here. I should have been at Jantar Mantar.
Okay.
It is my failure. It is the failure of every Indian citizen who does not believe that this man is fighting for the future generations.
Okay.
Education is not a priority for this government, and we must keep that in mind and stay focused on
In fact, you raise a very important point, because you spoke about how this may be a fight for many, because there are also a lot of politics on the numbers. And I want to bring in Chirag Sethi, because the Aam Aadmi Party was also a political movement that began after the protest with Anna Hazare. It had support from people across the country. There were a huge number of people who were present, and there are questions that are being raised on this particular issue, on this protest of the Cockroach Janata Party as well. Because Chirag, many are saying that social media numbers don't actually translate. If this was an issue that affects people, why don't we see the numbers on the ground? Do you think that there is a certain apathy from the government because we don't see a huge crowd in the protest site? We hardly see a few people, and the government has said that it has cracked down. There was a paper leak. Yes, we admitted we are doing some work, and the protest is nothing but political. That's the way it is being seen. Do you think it is because it doesn't have the kind of numbers that, say, an Anna movement had?
Pratibha, first of all, this government has turned deaf. Whether you talk about the NEET exam leaks or whether you talk about the 90 paper leaks that have happened, whether it's Rajasthan, whether it's Madhya Pradesh, whether it's Maharashtra, Gujarat, you name the state, paper leaks have been happening. It doesn't mean that people are not angry. People are angry even for E20. You go and talk to anyone who has a motorbike or a car, they will tell you how discontented they are. And even for the NEET exam, 14 people have committed suicide. A 60-year-old man is sitting on a hunger strike, and this government is so shameless that they have not even reached out to him. They have not even suggested something that we will do something about it. 2021 NEET paper was leaked. 2024 it was leaked. 2026 it was leaked. Who was caught in 2024? Who was punished in 2024? Nobody. Even the commission that was overseeing the NEET exam suggested that you should go for computer-based testing 3 years ago. Now they are saying we'll start it from 2028. They just want to spoil the future of this country.
Okay.
You cannot get a medical seat. And it's not just ending there, because this is also going outside India. A lot of people come here for medical tourism.
Okay.
The image that we're getting is that doctors, you can pay money and become a doctor. So somebody who's fighting here with his life is not eaten for 19 days. He's fighting for all of us. He's fighting for our kids. He's fighting for the right of education. He's fighting for that. And anyone who is eligible to get a seat should get a seat. And there shouldn't be anyone who should pay money and buy a seat.
Okay.
So a simple thing is why accountability should be there on Dharmendra Pradhan, because under his leadership, it has happened multiple times. It has happened over 90 times. And the same NEET exam has been leaked for 3 consecutive years. So now he needs to pick up and he says no.
It's a systemic problem. It has happened, and there are students' lives that are at stake here. And more importantly, this is a question of the credibility of the education department, which is why there should be some accountability. But Mr. Raman Malik, why do you think that the government has not engaged with Sonam Wangchuk or the other protesters as yet? Because the government says that it has taken action. But when there are protests, is it not incumbent upon the government to hold a conversation with the protesters?
Should hold protest? Yes, every human has a right in Indian constitution to hold protest, or if they are not feeling okay with something, to rebut against it, to protest against. But then there is difference between people who are aggrieved and people who are professionals. Now, when we come to something like this, these people, if you remember the Anna movement, the same kind of things are happening. Anna shoulder was used by Kejriwal. Sonam Wangchuk is the new Anna. His shoulder is being used by Deepke. So this professionalism toolkit members are all getting together. Same toolkit members which were there in every protest are here also, whether it is the left, whether it is Swara Bhaskars, and you will see more of them coming, to Kunal Kamras and things like that. So their intention is not towards the people. Had it been the intention was towards a particular issue, it would have been great had they stuck down to the particular issue. But here, from LGBTQ to Dharmendra Pradhan to secularism to I don't know what all. I've seen reports, I've seen videos of beer being distributed in the evening.
Okay, so you're saying that this is a protest not so much about Dharmendra Pradhan or the education department. This is about being against the government, a movement against the government. But there are some issues that these protesters have raised. Don't you think that these are valid concerns? Because, while you raising these questions on this particular protest, there have been students who have hit the streets, and you know for a fact that students have been affected. Now, we don't know if the students do actually physically come out in huge numbers and want to be a part of this protest. They have other things to take care of. But you've seen the kind of attraction it has had online, how many students, and these were real students, we've seen that happen multiple times, where it's not just about the NEET, CBSE students as well, who have come out and have spoken online about the kind of harassment that they had to go through, the stress that they went through because of the examination system. This is an issue that the government itself has admitted. Yes, there was something wrong. So, you're saying that the presence of some makes us question the intent behind it. But the cause that has been picked is a cause of the students, don't you think?
The classes of the civics chapter in class 5, 6, 7 tells you that there are three arms of the government: the judiciary, the executive, and the legislative. Please tell me, the execution of the laws which are created in the legislature, whose job is it? Is it the job of the legislator? No. It is job of the executive, number one. If they have identified Dharmendra Pradhan as the one responsible, have they done all the search and named all the officials, also the executive, who are responsible for this? Have they come out with all of those? That we have done our research. These are the chain of events that have happened. This is why all the system has gone wrong. They have not. They will not do it because it is not for the kids. It is for the political agenda. The fading Aam Aadmi Party, and the same Aam Aadmi Party, if anybody wants to do it, can search right now in Punjab in 2026. 3 paper leaks have happened, but the same Kejriwal, same Bhagwant Mann, same Sanjay Singh and others, they are not speaking a word. Manish Sisodia, they are happy bundling their money from sand mafia, from liquor, from land scams, but they are least bothered about it.
Okay.
So the point I am trying to raise here is, if we are an educated society which are going towards a systematic redo, resettlement, restart, then we need to identify the wider problems that are there and come out with this, that saying from Dharmendra Pradhan and these IAS officers, these other bureaucrats, these people are responsible. They have not been doing their job. But that kind of effort is not at all there because the intention is not there. And yesterday, when the left parties went to the Chinese embassy and then they go over to this place and suddenly everybody is welcoming them. When Kunal Kamra abuses Sanatan and Dipke laughs like anything.
The opposition has also said that it wants to listen to the voices of the people, that they understand that this is the pain of the students. In fact, we also had the Congress MP Shashi Tharoor also say the same. He, in fact, had an appeal for Sonam Wangchuk. He said that there should be discussions in the parliament, that these are decisions not to be taken in hunger strike, but these are discussions that call for a debate in the parliament, and that's what should happen. But Chirag Sethi, the question is really direct and very simple. Is it actually a protest for the students, or is this a political movement?
First of all, Mr. Malik lied on your channel. There were no paper leaks in 2026. Your channel can verify this. And EFA has the names. He can show it right now, or he can just...
No, but there have been incidents of paper leak in the Congress governments, and there was no action taken, and there was anger, genuine anger from the students back then as well. The question is whether there is selectivity, that when it is politically convenient, there is a protest, but since you support a certain government, you don't speak up because then it's not convenient. That's the question. Paper leaks or not, there have been previous incidents as well, yes, where other governments have been in power. Is this about political convenience, that you outrage when it's not a government that you want to see in power? Is that the question? The question is, again, very simply put, whether this is actually about the students or whether it is a political movement.
See, it is about the people of the country. जब चढ़ावा चोरी होता है तब भी हम खड़े हैं. जब आपकी गाड़ी से पेट्रोल चोरी होता है E20 के नाम पे तब भी हम खड़े हैं. और जब बच्चों का भविष्य चोरी होता है तब भी हम खड़े हैं. It is any matter that involves the citizen of India, and if their rights are being stripped off for any reason, चाहे वो नीट का एग्जाम हो, चाहे वो E20 पेट्रोल हो, we are there. We are fighting for their rights. It's not about politics on this. It is just that who is accountable. Any Babu, any Mantri who was responsible for this leak in 2024, it's been now 2 years, who was caught, the political analyst can tell me, who was caught in 2024. Wasn't the CBI who filed a report and said we could not find sufficient evidence against the person who was involved? He wasn't even punished properly. So what precedent are you showing? What are you showing to the people? That you can't do anything? The agencies have been mocked. Why? Because they cannot find anything. And these things have been repeated. In 2025 also, the same person whose family members got admissions into good medical colleges. That means in 2025 also the paper was leaked. It was just that it did not see the light of the day and
Okay.
it did not come out.
Okay,
And
Manasvi
this is
Thapar,
a-
what would you say to those who don't agree with the protest, who say that these are people who are against the government? Some of the names that were taken as well are those who have spoken against the government on multiple occasions. So this has become nothing but a political tool. And they've also cited the people who have visited the protest site, many from the opposition, many of the activists who have also previously spoken against the government. What do you have to say when many question the presence of these individuals in the protest?
I feel those people who are supposed to give answers are questioning, and those people who are supposed to answer and give accountability are going back to China, are going back to the opposition, are going back to the UPA 2, UPA 1 era, while people have rejected them. And when it came to accountability, koi paper leak nahi hoga. We have more than 66 cases in 2014. In 2026, almost 10 paper leaks every year is happening. And now, after 12 years, people of this country have realized, be it a social movement, be it a social media movement, be it Sonam Wangchuk, anyone is doing it. And the same people who are saying that it is a political tool, let it be a political tool. Anna Hazare movement was also a political tool, and entire RSS supported that political tool to dethrone Congress. What happened for our country was a birth of Aam Aadmi Party, and that's a political tool. And what is that effect? So if someone is wrong, that does not, if Congress was wrong, if Aam Aadmi Party is wrong, someone, a BJP sympathizer said about Punjab mein do paper leak hue, that is wrong. That is pathetic. But that does not justify that 66 leaks are happening under the rule of the center in central government of BJP.
Yes.
No question should be asked. So that is where the problem comes in. Tomorrow, for example, Bhagwant Mann and these people join BJP. So no question. No, people are supposed to ask questions. Though they are not getting that rhythm, though Anna Hazare movement became the largest movement of our pre-independent era, this movement is not getting that momentum, but that does not mean that students are wrong. 1.7 crore Indian students are wrong. Are they anti-national? And those people who have leaked the paper are rejoicing plum position. And we are telling those people that आप civic क्लास की 7th grade की क्लास पढ़ी है कि एग्जीक्यूटिव का रोल है. Why executive का रोल है? When corruption happened during the UPA, was it executive role or was it political will?
In fact, since there are comparisons with the Anna movement, Suzy Ben Shah, I also want to ask you, even back then, it was a huge movement, but within a week, the government did start their talks with Anna Hazare. Why is there hesitation in this case? Why is it that the government has not initiated any talks? You're saying that, yes, we have taken action, we've answered in the Supreme Court. Okay, but you're looking at a protest that's taking place in the national capital. You're seeing students are part of this protest. What is the harm in merely engaging with the students, with the activists, and tell them that, yes, this is the action that we have taken?
Good evening to all. And yes, I would say this, that we have taken actions. You could have wronged us. As you rightly said, the paper leak is a menace, and across parties, across years, it has happened. And we have taken cognizance, as the NDA have taken cognizance of it, have taken corrective action. We have formed an SIT which is monitored by the Supreme Court. We have found people who are responsible, accounted responsibly. There were private coaching mafias. Everyone has been exposed. It is there, and you have regularly covered it. Have we taken action? Yes. Now, Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, Mr. Wangchuk is a responsible citizen of India, and we do respect him. Every life is important, and so is his, right? So we will take whatever needs to be done to ensure that he does not go down, and he is looked after medically also. But he is supposed to be an activist as far as the statehood of Ladakh is concerned, and we respect that. Now he's talking about resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. Now tell me what is to be achieved under Dharmendra Pradhan? No one knows. As far as CGP is concerned, right? It was on a public platform. They had some millions of followers. I don't know whether they are dubious followers, whether they're from India, whether they are from Pakistan. No one knows. Now,
No, but
what
do you
is
think
the-
this is exactly where the problem is? That when there is a voice against the government, it's very easily dismissed as a certain toolkit, that these are all the usual suspects who are speaking up against the government time and again. Do you think that even credible problems of the people are being dismissed by the government as nothing but a certain toolkit or a political movement?
Definitely, Pratibha, this is focusless agitation, and therefore public dissent is getting trivialized. The whole issue here is, what is the focus for? No one knows. As far as NEET is concerned, Dharmendra Pradhan is concerned, we have acted. Number one. Number two, are there any students? No. Why people are coming? Because there is free food. Now, I have seen on your show, or one of the acclaimed TV, people ask them, who is Dharmendra Pradhan? The person who was supposedly protesting while eating the free food that he was given. He's saying, "Arey, wo to Sholay ka banda hai." So the whole focus, and the people of India see this as an anti-nation, anti-establishment protest. They want Nepal, they want Bangladesh. Now, is this the platform to whip up frenzies? You've seen in the past when there were focused protests like the farmers' protest, as you rightly says about Anna Hazare. When there is a focused protest for a public dissent, for a public cause, people join.
Come on.
But here, where is the focus? The only focus, and I fear that.
Manasvi Thapar wants to respond to that.
Now this particular government during the farmer protest also told these farmers, my Sikh brothers were anti-national, they are Khalistani, they are Pakistani, and these same people are of the same tone right now. So anyone who agitates or brings opposition to the current sarkar, the current regime, they are anti-national. Being anti-government, I think they don't understand the simple logic. Being anti-establishment, being anti-government does not make you anti-national. When during the pre-independent era, when you were anti-British, you were pro-nationalist. So this is how it has to be. If someone in your ministry is leaking papers, it is not the coaching mafias. Allow me to complete. It is not the coaching mafias who gives them that access. Paper coaching mafia nahi print karte. It has been printed by the ministry under the executive.
Okay, Suzy Ben Shah is also responding.
The people who are trying to agitate have no public mandate. They have no MLAs, they have no MPs, they have no foot soldiers. They've lost their credibility. The people of India, the women of India, the middle class of India, the professionals are with the Mahayuti.
Okay, Manasvi, very quickly, and then, yes.
G.D. Agarwal, the great G.D. Agarwal died fasting for saving Ganga, 111 days to save Ganga, and thousands of crores have been spent to clean Ganga, but not even a liter of Ganga water
But do
has
you
been
think
cleaned.
hunger strike is the way to go, or should there be discussions in the parliament? Should this be raised by the opposition in the parliament with discussions in the parliament? Is it...
Was the farmer bill discussed? Was it passed? We have to agitate. They are not listening to the opposition, and whatever opposition is left in the country, either ED CBI raids come in and they join BJP by 2/3 of majority, and the same people who were in opposition till yesterday are today BJP members because they have to pass laws.
Shoaib Chaudhary, should hunger strike be seen as the way of ensuring that the government listens, or should there be a debate? Because in this case, there's no debate, no discussion. It's a strike with a certain demand, asking the government to heed to it.
This is exactly what bothers me. And I have always been of the firm belief, and these two government supporters have proved that the government and their supporters enjoy complete immunity to shame. Rather than talking about giving it a political turn, you must realize that these people sitting there are fighting for my future, my children. And if the MLAs and MPs are not available there, let me finish. If the MPs and MLA are not there, we elect them. If they are not there, we are present there. We look after this country, and we will fight for our future and our children.
Okay, so you're saying it's a people's movement. The people have spoken, so the government should listen. Even if there is no debate in the parliament, yes, it should be debated in the parliament. Yes, it should be debated in the court as well. But there should be every effort for the government to listen. It's been 19 days. Let's see what the government's response will be. The government, of course, has been clear about the fact that it has taken cognizance of the paper leaks. It has taken action already. Let's see what happens next. I'm thanking all our guests for joining us this evening and slipping into a very short break here. Thank you for joining us.